This is a tough day. I love this game, and I love this team. And today, I'm saying goodbye to both. This is also a proud day. I was 18 when I broke into the big leagues.
Thank you, Santa Fe Christian Baseball. I'll miss you.
Hocus pocus. Alright, so in terms of on the field, Hoagie's the hardest worker I've ever seen. I've seen him play in football and baseball, and he's the hardest worker by far in high school.
We got the big Oregon State, Kean Hogan. I'll miss Kean because he hits absolute bombs.
Kean, you're an absolute dog. There's no other way to put this. You're just, every way you play the game is hard and 100% effort.
Is his just ability to like kind of love on everyone and just really make them feel part of the team.
Kean Hogan. This is a guy that's about as fun to watch on a high school baseball field as you can find out there.
I've known him for about, a couple years now, and he's just such a strong leader.
Pretty much everyone looked up to, being like the pretty much the heart and soul of our team.
What I'm gonna miss most about Kean is probably getting to watch a superstar play every single day. Like, Kean's one of those athletes that he's just like good at every single sport. He's just insanely athletic.
I'm gonna miss the leadership and the great athletic ability that he brought to the team.
Not only is Kean an amazing athlete, but he brings an excellent work ethic and attitude to every practice. I couldn't be more excited for you and your next steps in your baseball career. Given that everything's happened this year, I know there's unfinished business for you. I want to challenge you to work harder than you ever have before. Stay positive during the trials and tribulations of college athletics.
Whether it was him on the mound last year, striking out 15 guys at Parker, going out and robbing a home run this year, hitting home runs in three games. A lot of fun to watch this guy.
He was always having a good time. He was doing great. He had a great season before it unfortunately got ended shortly.
And it's been awesome playing with you, from just math class to being on the field. I've loved hanging out with you in every moment of it.
Guys look to, they try to model their game after what he does because they see it works. What he does in the weight room, the strength and conditioning portion, to preparing each and every day to put himself in a position to be successful. Kean figured that out at an early stage.
He's in the outfield when he's pitching, he shoves. He's just such a great guy, always encouraging to me.
And he has that kind of Michael Jordan mentality where it's like, okay, I'm going to throw you this pitch, let's see how far you can hit it.
And I've enjoyed my time just watching him grow and develop into a fine young man.
Luke Houks, tremendous athlete, not only in the basketball court, but on the baseball field as well. Always had to share you with basketball, but I think you have a really bright future.
Not only are we the best dye team in the nation, but
What I'm gonna miss most about Houks is probably seeing his red truck at the parking lot in the beginning of games. Just knowing that he's gonna be with us for the game because he's such an important player.
Literally one of the smoothest infielders I've ever seen play, and just an absolute beast at leadoff hitter. You just find a way to get on no matter what.
Houks is one of the smoothest infielders I've ever got a pleasure to watch.
It's always fun to watch Houks in the infield because like a ball up the middle, it's not going to get past like the infield. He would just have so much range. It was actually insane.
Houks, it's been awesome having you on the team. I've loved every minute of it.
First of all, I just want to say Houks has the best hand-eye coordination I've ever seen. But second of all, in terms of on the field, you talk about a guy who came from basketball, winning a championship, to coming into baseball and hitting in the top of the order. It's unbelievable that he could come in and get on base as much as he did.
Luke, we're really going to miss you. You brought so much to our team, offensively, defensively. I can think of the times when we knew we wouldn't have you for a game and we'd be trying to make a lineup, and man, it was hard. And so, but when we knew we'd have you, things came together. You met so many needs for our team.
Well, since he had basketball, he came in like halfway through the season, and he just like gave a really big boost to this team. You know, helped us dramatically.
I miss the intensity and all the hard work and determination that he brought to the team.
He was a guy who could just show up and play good. He would just come from basketball, show up, and he could start at shortstop. He could lead off without even taking a day of practice to warm up, which was pretty crazy to see.
Jacob Scheibe, one of the most knowledgeable players I've been around.
The Shibbler.
The Shibla.
I'm going to miss his baseball knowledge and making fun of the 36 that he got on the ACT.
Well, 36.
Perfect ACT score.
Team, from academic team to baseball, I've enjoyed every minute hanging out with you.
I think you have a really bright future.
Jacob was another two-sport athlete.
Scheibe I didn't really know at first. We really didn't get along, to be honest, at first in the beginning of the year, but then we started to get to know each other.
Scheibe, I got to know him a little bit through soccer, through baseball, and I'm really glad I did because he's such a great guy.
Scheibe, you're the definition of working hard in the classroom, working hard at the field.
And he was a great dude.
We both transferred from LCC, so we've gone pretty far. But yeah, Scheibe's one of those hardest workers on our team, and I know he'll continue to do that wherever he chooses to go to college.
And always be nice to you. He's one of the nicest seniors on this team, and I'm just gonna really miss his kind attitude and how he was so supportive to me.
Let's go!
4 years ago, a young freshman named Jack Sawyer walked onto campus, and he was immediately very likable. He's a hard worker, and he loved baseball.
And he was my rock throughout my first year. He just kept me going through the year, and he helped me make new friends. And Jack was the kind of guy who it's like it didn't matter what you were gonna put in with him, or it didn't matter what you were gonna do. He was always gonna be there for you, and he's always been the nicest person I know. And Jack would never pick fights with me. If I got mad at him, he would come back and solve it instantly because that's the kind of person he is.
What I'll miss most about Jack is not only our off the field adventures, but on the field I'll miss him because I look up to him because he's a pitcher and I'm a pitcher.
I'm gonna miss his Jim Carrey impressions. They were the greatest. They make me laugh every time.
Hands down the funniest baseball player I've ever played with.
You're an awesome guy. You're hilarious. Love your joyful and just funny spirit that you bring to the team. From singing in the locker room to just pitching on the field, it's been awesome.
Definitely the positive energy he brings to every single practice and game. Everyone always loves to see Sawyer around and Sawyer doing his thing.
Always brings some nice energy to the team. He always has a laugh with us. It's always great to have him. He's a strong leader. He shoves on the mound.
Sawyer, Mr. Consistent.
I got to play in the infield a little bit with Jack. We talked about hitting a lot.
Had a fantastic year. We couldn't wait to see what you're going to do this year, and you're off to a really hot start.
I remember that I would hit him and his teammates ground balls all night until it got dark. Seemingly every day. I could hardly wait till it got dark because they were killing me. My back and my hands were always sore.
Sawyer, is an absolute honor to play with you. I feel like you're one of those players that you try to replicate their game on and off the field.
And the coaching staff told him you're going to end up pitching 50 innings. I don't think he believed us, but he went out there and he just pounded the strike zone and became our most reliable relief pitcher, and eventually quickly worked himself into a starting role.
Sawyer was always having fun, always having a good time. He would bring you up if you're having a bad day, and if you're having a good day, just make it even better.
One of my favorite individuals all around. I've really enjoyed our time together over the course of 4 years, and watching you grow and develop. Your leadership skills were phenomenal.
Hard tongue, I'm going to miss your leadership behind the plate and your vocal leadership on and off the field.
Hard tongue is probably the competitive energy he brings to every single game.
It was a pleasure coaching you the last 3 years while you were on varsity. You've always been a great teammate, always put the team first, always made the sacrifices necessary to help the team win, which we know is not always easy, but you always made it easy, and other kids looked up to you.
Since we're both catchers, he taught me so much about catching. He was such a good leader, so he taught me a bunch of things about catching, both physically, emotionally, and verbally.
Had a really big impact on this team because he would lead the prayers before every game and every practice, and I feel like that just brought us together, and I feel like I'm really gonna miss his kind of leadership.
Not only did you carry yourself very well on the football field, but what you've done for the baseball program has been really impressive, and I thank you. Thank you for what you've done.
Hartung's always kind of put me under his wing, which is nice, and he's also like a top leader on our team.
It's been great getting to know you this last year. You've helped me so much improve my game.
And he always just brings an atmosphere to the team.
So Hartung was the heart and soul of this team, for sure. And
Hart's my golf partner.
The pregame speeches that just hyped everyone up. You'd focus everyone up. You're the rock of the team.
And I'll miss the golf rounds, but definitely will miss his leadership in the clubhouse, on the field, off the field. Like, he was the leader of our team, and everyone knows it.
Seth Orloskis, our newcomer this year.
The Rooney. So I gave Seth that nickname because we had like a little hangout, and Seth was hilarious. And
The Rooney, we played together when we were like 8 or 9, and Seth was one of our best hitters on the team back then, and he showed that he did not miss a beat his senior season.
You're probably the most lighthearted guys and just chill guys I know. Like, if something went bad, you would just you wouldn't really think about it too much, and you just think about the next play.
Because you brought a totally fun spirit to the team, and you were relaxed.
Baseball field, he's never complaining about anything, and he's always getting his job done, and everyone can always appreciate and respect a player like that.
And I'm just gonna miss his kind of team spirit. He was always rooting for the team, and he always helped the team along, no matter what the situation was.
We need outfield, he's there. We need shortstop, he's there. Second, he's there. It's just it's a nice thing to have for a guy who can do anything basically. We'll miss him.
I certainly wish you had played in prior seasons, because you have a knack for not only getting hits, but also getting on base and doing all the right things on the baseball field.
The Rooney, you're a great guy, and it was awesome, and your team spirit was heard from everyone on our team.
Really wish I had you for 4 years. Just in the little amount of time we had you, to see how much you progressed during that time. I think you're a tremendous athlete, tremendous competitor. You're off to an unbelievable start. Would have been great to see how the year would have finished up for you. But I wish you nothing but the best, and I thank you for the time that you spent with us. Thank you for coming out this year and playing baseball. I know it's been a few years. You picked it up quickly, and I really enjoyed my time with you.
These last few months have been tough on everyone, but especially you seniors. You've missed a lot. You've had to make a lot of adjustments. And yet you've worked hard at school, worked hard at baseball. I've enjoyed getting to know all you guys, and I'm looking forward to talking to your coaches and hearing about your new adventures. Nice going on hanging in there.